It's currently the year 1980, which marks the 39-year anniversary of the now famous incident back in 1941. It was the very height of the Second World War, and the German bombing campaigns in the UK had entered their climax. This was known as the Blitz. An evacuation effort began in fear of the Germans using an atomic bomb, though one wouldn't be developed until 1945 by the United States. An evacuation plane filled with British schoolboys crashed on an uncharted island off the coast of India, which killed the pilots but none of the children present. This meant that these children were on their own, stranded on an island far away from home. These children at first decided to form a parliamentary system and even elected a leader named Ralph. After some time, order collapsed and a separate tribe formed, which was led by another boy named Jack Merridew. These group of boys became complete savages over time, which led to the brutal deaths of two of the children, a boy who was called Thomas Roberts, who was nicknamed Piggy, and the other named Simon Williams. Simon was murdered by a boy named Roger Brown Taylor, who is currently serving a life sentence for aggravated assault and third-degree murder alongside Jack. It had been several weeks since the crash, and the original group led by Ralph apparently was in shambles, according to Ralph himself and two other witnesses, two boys who go by the names Sam and Eric. They were located at a part of the island they called Castle Rock, and in this location, Roger used a primitive contraption to roll a boulder down the side of Castle Rock. The boulder tragically struck Thomas, and he reportedly fell onto the beach below, and his body was washed out to the sea. This video footage of a 1942 exploration of the island shows objects left behind by the children. This location is near the platform at which Ralph held assemblies, according to him and other witnesses. The plants and trees are since restored since the Great Fire that Jack started. We see here the following: some tattered school uniform, a shoe, a notebook, and a spear. As many as 13 entire sets of school uniforms were found on the island, as well as 32 spears strewn about the island. On the Castle Rock site where Thomas was slain, authorities reportedly found large rocks and other small such rocks that had been stained with apparently dried up blood. And all these were found right on the spot where witnesses claim Thomas was killed. Authorities also confiscated Piggy's spectacles, which Jack possessed, thus aligning with Ralph's side of the story of the events at the island. The evidence also included a large knife that Jack had with him. These pieces of evidence would lead to the arrest of Jack and Roger. They first denied they ever committed the crime, but as the other boys claimed that they did, and after the evidence collected by authorities began to pile up, the two boys gave in and confessed, blaming each other for the crime like cowards. The two were convicted of third-degree murder, but this sentence served little to heal the wounds of the parents and family members of Simon and Thomas, as well as the now forever scarred Ralph, Sam, and Eric, not to mention the other children who were involved. It is forever a dark moment in British history of how easily educated and respectful school children can become cold-blooded savages. This is Sebastian Lagarda of Bywater Daily, signing out.